Svima. How you doing? Charles here. And I'm no longer in Serbia, man. Catastrophe. I miss it already, man. I really do. I'm here in the United States of America. I'm not going to tell you the city I'm in just yet because I'm going to upload this video. But let me tell you some of the funny things that happened on my trip. Oh my God, I got to the USA yesterday. I went to New York City yesterday, but I didn't stay very long. So I had a bunch of people message me saying, where are you at? What are you doing? Let me tell you a little bit about the story, okay? I had to be at the airport at 6:40. I had to fly out of Belgrade Airport at 6:40 in the morning. So on an international flight, you're supposed to show up 2 hours early, okay? That night, Wednesday night, I went out with a bunch of my friends. Two Muslims from Gaza and 3 Serbian guys. Some of my best friends here are there. And we went out, drank some beer, smoked some nargila, and I get home to Zemun about 9:30. And then I went to another bar for a beer, and then I went back to eat, and then I thought, man, what am I going to do? I don't have any dinar left. All my Serbian money was gone. All I had in my wallet was $1,400 American dollars in $100 bills, and I thought, oh fuck, what am I going to do? I got to get a taxi tomorrow from Zemun to the airport, and I didn't have any money. And I thought, fuck, I'm screwed, man. And I got to be there at 4 in the morning. All the minyachnitzes in Zemun are closed. At the airport, I didn't know about the minyachnitzes, if they would be open at 4 in the morning. So I thought, oh fuck, what am I going to do? I scraped around, looked around. I finally found 1,400 dinar. I went down to this taxi stand and I said, hey, Sutra, Nikola Tesla, Aerodrome, Hiliadu, 400 dinara. And the guy said, yeah, I will for that. He spoke English. Yes, I will. I said, great, I'll be here tomorrow at 4 o'clock if you're going to be here. He gave me his card. I texted him and he was there. Takes me there for 1,400 dinara. Get to the airport, all my students, tons of my students are there. So I got to answer all these questions from students and see them. I didn't sleep any that night. Finally we get on the plane. I'm wearing the same shirt that I wore for 3 days in a row, man. And it's not because I'm a dirt bag, but I didn't want to put a bunch of dirty clothes in my suitcase. So I thought, man, it's dirty already. I'm just going to wear it again, you know? And the only deodorant I had at my house before I left was this spray-on aerosol Old Spice. It always irritates my underarms horribly. And it makes them smell. It makes them hurt and sweat. It's terrible. I gotta throw it away because I'm allergic to it, I think. And then I didn't notice it until I get on the flight, and I kind of smelled. I thought, man, I stink, you know. And I hate it when people smell like that. And I thought, shit, this is terrible. I'm on my way for a fucking 9-hour flight to the USA, and I stink, you know. And then I was wearing these shoes with no socks, these black shoes, and they stink when I take my shoes off. I gotta throw them away, but I just didn't want to wear a bunch of different things and stuff like that. So anyway, get to Amsterdam. Everybody in Amsterdam is so nice. The staff, the security, everybody's so nice. But we get up there. I get up to the first security guy to go through. They look at you. You have to get your passports and your boarding pass. He looks at my passports. I have 2 of them, and then I have my boarding passes. And he says, where are you coming from? And I said, I'm coming from Serbia. He said, how long were you in Serbia? And I said, well, for 3 years. He said, 3 years? What were you doing in Serbia for 3 years? I said, I love the country. I love it there. I live there. I work there and stuff. He said, what do you do in Serbia? I told him. He said, oh yeah, we have some kids here that do that work and travel. And then he was nice, and he sends me on my way. Go through the next security station, and then where you hand him your boarding pass. She scanned it, goes beep or something, and then she says, oh, you have to go get search, random search. And then I go up to this desk. I thought, oh God, random search. I stink. Probably because I stink. My shoes are bad. My shoes stink. And then I get up to this table, and this really nice guy, really friendly man, he said, yep. He said, we got to search you. He said, it's something in your eyes. And I said, oh, really? I said, oh, that's okay. You can search whatever you want. We go around this corner in this little curtained room, and there's a guy and a girl in there, police officers. And there's a girl getting searched, and then me, and she says, take your shoes off. And I said, man, you don't want me to. I said, they stink and I feel bad. She said, but you have to. She said, I'll hold my nose. So she took them off. She takes this little piece of paper and rubs it on there, puts it in this machine to see if there's cocaine on it. And then she said, the guy's got to search you now. And I said, well, that's fine. You can search whatever you want. And then he takes this little piece of paper, wipes it all over my front, all my clothes and sticks it in this thing. And then we're sitting there, and he's waiting for the results, and he's going, and then it goes, no alarm, and he says, you're lucky, we didn't catch you. And I said, that's cool. So anyway, get on the plane, fly to New York City, get to New York City, absolute mess. You know, that JFK airport, oh my God, it's terrible. They treat you like dogs, man. You get there, they're this way, this way, this way, get your passports out, get over in this lane. They treat you like shit, man, really. Pissed me off. I'm got a big attitude and stuff like that. And I'm still smelling, I'm feeling very insecure about myself. Oh, on the plane, I was sitting by this guy from Netherlands. It's just me, I'm sitting on the far side in the aisle seat. And they give you a blanket and a pillow. So I put the blanket all the way around me, so hopefully it wouldn't smell. But I think he smelled my BO. I'm pretty sure he did. But anyway, he's real nice. He didn't act like he didn't say anything. But we get into JFK. Treat you like shit, like dogs. You walk through, do all this shit. Oh, it's terrible. But we get finished, and then two police officers. There's police everywhere in that airport. It's Memorial Day weekend. Maybe that's why there was so many. But two different times, walking through a group of cops, they're just looking at everybody, watching your face and stuff. When hey, come here, let me see your stuff. Where are you coming from? Serbia. What were you doing in Serbia? Why were you in Serbia for so long? Blah, 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 blah. You got anything in the bag? Did you pack everything in your bag? Fucking stressful shit, man. Two different times cops did that to me. Fucking hate it. Get through there, finally. Hours later, I get through the fucking airport, finished. I gotta find my room. I booked a room at La Quinta Inn in Ozone Park, which is in Jamaica, Queens. And so there's no shuttle there. They told me there was a free shuttle, but you have to get on some tram to go to it. And I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna take a taxi. Taxi was $20, which wasn't too bad, I didn't think. Get there, walk inside. Lady's really, really nice. It's $165. It was very expensive. So I told her, I said, can I just pay that in cash tomorrow so I don't have to put it on my credit card? And she said, yeah, you can. And so then I go upstairs, I change because I smelled horribly. Took a shower, changed my clothes, changed my shoes, came back downstairs, and I told her, I said, is it okay to walk around here? I said, can I walk around and get something to eat and stuff? And she said, well, she said, as long as it's light, she said, you can. But she said, once the sun goes down, I wouldn't walk anywhere around here. She said, it's not the safest part of town. And so I was like, oh, God. Went to the first Chinese place, went to the first little shop, bought a razor and a Arizona tea and some deodorant, and it was $7. And I thought, holy fuck, I'm no longer in Serbia. Then I ordered some Chinese food and went back to my room. It was like maybe 6. I get in there, lay down. I didn't sleep the night before, fell asleep, wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning. At 4 in the morning, I had to get a shuttle back to LaGuardia, or to JFK Airport so I could fly to Chicago. Sitting in here, this is the funniest part of the story. Sitting at JFK Airport, waiting to go to Chicago, just sitting there, or sorry, there was 2 people sitting there. There was a bench with maybe 4 people on it. 2 here, and then 2 empty seats in the middle. So I went over there. The guy and this girl, I said, can I sit here? May I sit there? And they said, yeah. And so I sat down there, just sitting there, waiting to go to Chicago. My flight left at, what time did it leave? 7:40 in the morning. So I'm sitting there, tired as hell. I actually smell well, so I felt confident myself. Sitting there, and I heard her say, Zemun or something, and I was like, what? Kept talking. Serbian fucking language. No shit, man. I'm serious. Talking. I thought, oh my God, this is weird. I don't even want to talk to him because it's going to be awkward. And so then they just kept talking. One of the guy laughed about something, and then finally I thought, man, they're in a good mood, so I'm going to speak to him. So I looked over and I said, Izvinite. I said, Odakle. And then the guy said, Odakle vi. And I said, ja sam Amerikanac. I said, but živimo u Srbiji 4 godine. And he said, really? You know, then we started talking. Such good people. Serbia, her name was Ružica, and they were Serbians from Syracuse, New York. and then was getting ready to fly to Chicago, and then Chicago to California for vacation. Oh my God, we sat there and talked. Come to find out, Ruzica, she's from Niš, and she lived right where I used to live. Because I told her where all I live in Serbia, and they're like, what? Really? Why would you live in all those places? And such nice people. I told her, she said she lived by the hospital, is where her mother still lives there. She's 84 and she just got back from the USA. So it's right by the hospital in Niš, across the street. And I said, oh my God, I said, that's where I used to live with this lady named Jovanka. And she's like, oh my God, this is such a small planet. You know, it was so neat. Sat by some Serbians, talk to them, fly to Chicago, get to Chicago, there's a rainy, crappy weather. And then I flew to where I'm at now. I don't want to say where it is because a bunch of people want to see me, and I just don't have time because I'm going home tomorrow. So I got a hotel room here, a cheaper one. It's only $80. Oh, and that's it, man. Anyway, that's a little bit of my story, how I got here to the USA. I'm going to be here for 3 more months, and then I'm coming back to Serbia September 17th. Anyway, my friends, I'm going to show you this hotel room here in just a minute, show you a little bit of a difference between an American hotel and a Serbian hotel. That's it, my friends. Do viđenja.